7%. 4 million new jobs were created. And this is the stat I love the most. 4 million Americans came off of food stamps. 4 million Americans came off of food stamps. Black unemployment at an all-time low. Hispanic unemployment at an all-time low. Women's unemployment at a 64-year low. There are more jobs than people who are unemployed, and I'll tell you how good the economy is. This economy is so good that even Colin Kaepernick found a job.
Oh my God, that's my boy.
Who would want to stop that? Who would want to stop what's happening to the American people right now? I'll tell you who wants to stop it. Bob Casey wants to stop it. Senator Bob Casey went to Washington and he forgot about Pennsylvania. He became, in Washington, it's no surprise, he became one of the most liberal senators in Washington. He no longer represents Pennsylvania values. I'll tell you how radical he has become. He is so radical that he said he will vote no matter who the president nominates for the next Supreme Court pick. No matter who. He started this craziness by saying he'd be the first senator to vote no matter what. If you don't like the way that Justice Kavanaugh has been treated, then you can't reward Bob Casey by sending him back to Washington ever again. Listen, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear why I'm running for the Senate. I'm running for the Senate because the president did call, and he said, I need you in the Senate. I'm running there because I want to help him, because we want to show respect for our law force in America once again. We want to take care of our veterans. No veteran should ever and will ever die waiting in line for health care in this country ever again. And we're going to support our military, those men and women who travel all over this world to make sure that we have the freedoms that we have and enjoy today, and that our children and grandchildren will have that same freedom. We're going to take care of our seniors. We're going to protect the unborn. We're going to put an end to illegal immigration. We're going to build the wall. We're going to build the wall. And we are going to kneel when we pray and stand for the flag. We're not tired of winning in Pennsylvania. We're going to win again in November. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States. Thank you.
That's great, Lou. Thank you very much. He's a great man. He'll be a fantastic representative for you in Washington, D.C. Got to get out and vote. So while Lou is fighting for you, Bob Casey is fighting to protect violent criminal aliens. That's what he's doing. Bob Casey voted in favor of deadly sanctuary cities that release thousands upon thousands of illegal alien criminals and vicious gang members to prey on Pennsylvania streets, to prey all over this country. No good. For example, the sanctuary city of Philadelphia, can you believe this? Can you believe that one? That one I didn't expect to be hearing. Released a criminal alien who was recently convicted of raping and battering a very young child. Bob Casey defends criminals while attacking our brave ICE agents. He wants to get rid of ICE. Let me tell you about ICE. These are tough, brave people that love our country. These are people that MS-13, they're afraid of ICE. They don't like seeing ICE. And if we don't have ICE, you'll pay a big price. These are great people. These are great people. Lou Barletta and the Republican Party will always stand for the heroes of ICE, Border Patrol, and our great, great law enforcement. He's a great Bob Casey even voted against Kate's law, named for Kate Steinle, who was gunned down by a 5-time deported illegal alien, should have never been in our country. Bob Casey puts criminal aliens before American citizens, always has. By the way, how do you have such a liberal guy in the state of Pennsylvania? I'm trying to figure that out. Oh, he's banking on the name of his father. That's no good. Which is why he needs to be voted out of office. He has to be voted out. Casey also voted against tax cuts, against Pennsylvania coal. He joined the left-wing mob by voting against Brett Kavanaugh. If you want to save American lives and save American jobs and keep things going like they're going now, which is better economically than any time in the history of our country, then you need to vote for a pro-American patriot. And he really is a patriot. He loves his country. Named Lou Barletta. Get out and vote, please. Also at stake in this election is Medicare. Democrats support a socialist takeover of health care that would totally obliterate Medicare. Republicans want to protect Medicare for our great seniors who have earned it and who have paid for it all their lives.
Woo!
And we will always protect Americans with pre-existing conditions. We're going to protect people that need help, people with pre-existing conditions. If you want security for your family, for yourself, if you want to continue our great economic boom like we've never seen before, but it's all very fragile. It can end. They want to end it. Then you must go out and vote Republican. We need those votes in D.C. Since the election, as Lewis said, we've created over 4.2 million new jobs and lifted over 4 million people off of food stamps. We've added almost 600,000 new manufacturing jobs. They were supposed to be gone forever. African American unemployment has reached its lowest level in history. That's in history. Think of that. In history, it's got its best level on unemployment. Think of that. African American poverty has reached its lowest rate ever recorded in poverty. Hispanic American and Asian American unemployment has also reached historic lows, lowest in history. And as I always say, I'm sure you've heard it, I hate to say it again because I know the number's going to be changing very soon. It's going to be even better. Women's unemployment has just fallen to 3.6%, which is only the lowest rate in 65 years. I'm sorry. I keep waiting for that number. I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize to the women, please. 65 years, best in 65 years. I keep waiting for the new number to come out, because that will be history too, just like African American, Asian American, Hispanic American. Women, it's only the best number in 65 years. I'd like to apologize. But it's going to change. Women's in Women. Remember how badly I was going to do with women? I said, am I so bad? Remember how badly? And then I got 52% of the vote. And everybody said he beat crooked Hillary. What happened? Remember that? Remember they put up these phony numbers? But you remember that? We did very well. Thank you to the women. We did very well. She never got it. The truth is she never got it. And she still doesn't get it. She's going around on a tour. Did you know this? Did you know that? I said, you should have saved it for the election. After years of being let down by Washington politicians, you now have a champion fighting for you in the White House. But I need your help this election day, November 6th, to stop the radical Democrat mob from trying to take it away. And they're going to try and take it away. I need you to show up at the polls to continue this incredible movement like the country has never seen before. Like probably very few countries, frankly, have ever seen before. The only reason to vote Democrat is if you are tired of winning. Then you should vote Democrat. For many years, our country was being pillaged and plundered by unfair trade deals. Pennsylvania lost 1 in 3 manufacturing jobs. You know it well. I spent lots of time with you folks up here. You know it well. Following the twin disasters of NAFTA and China's entrance, pushed by us, into the WTO, World Trade Organization. Perhaps the only deal worse than NAFTA. We got them both. They were both beauties, weren't they? But the era of economic surrender is over. America is not being taken advantage of anymore. Sorry. America is respected again. America is respected. Last week, I announced that we are replacing NAFTA with an incredible brand new U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement called USMCA. I didn't want to use the word now. To create jobs and boost incomes, Republicans passed the biggest package of tax cuts and reforms in American history. We've taken historic action to reduce the price of prescription drugs. Did you see 4 weeks ago when Pfizer and Novartis and other drug companies raised the prices of their drugs very, very substantially? And I didn't like it, and I called them. I said, can't do that. Can't do that. And the first time, and I give them credit, and I really thank them too, honestly. But first time in history, they rescinded their price increase and they kept it the same, and they promised no increase for 6 months. But we're going to get them down. And when I called them up and they agreed to immediately rescind, perhaps that's the first time I realized how powerful it is to be the president of the United States. That was pretty good. But I give them a lot of credit, and I appreciate it. We're going to get the prescription prices down, though. We just signed new legislation today, and there's more coming, because you are being ripped off. You know, for the same pill, for the same drug, for the same company that makes it, the same package, you go to other countries, and you'll pay half, and you'll pay less than half. It's a rigged system. You remember what else I called rigged? I called plenty of things in this country rigged, but we're straightening it out. But it was a rigged system. Plenty of things rigged. And to help critically ill patients access life-saving treatments, we passed something called Right to Try. People that are terminally ill were given no chance, no hope. We have incredible drugs in the pipeline that can cure really horrible, horrific disease. We wouldn't let anyone use these drugs because they didn't want to hurt them, but they're going to die. They're terminally ill. I said, what are we doing? And 2 months ago, I signed Right to Try. Somebody's terminally ill, and we've had great success. We've had great success. And by the way, in all fairness, you also find out whether or not it works. Not so bad. Right to Try. You know what it did? These people, if they had money, they'd travel all over the world looking for a cure. If they didn't have money, they'd go home. There was nothing, they had no hope. They had no hope. Now they have great hope. We make the greatest products in the world. We make the greatest medicine, and we have hope. And some incredible things have already happened with Right to Try. They've been trying to pass it for 40 years. We got it passed. And that's because of your Congress. That's because of your Congress. That are with us tonight. We also passed Veterans' Choice, giving our veterans the right to see a private doctor. Our veterans. 44 years they tried to pass it. When I first heard about it, I mean, it's not like I was studying it for my whole life, but I heard about it 3.5 years ago. I said, hey, I have an idea. When they wait online for 10 days, 22 days, 38 days, you'd have to see months and months. Why don't we let them go see a private doctor and we pay the bill? It'll solve the problem. And I told everybody I am the most brilliant guy in the world. Who else would think of that? So I go back to my people. I said, listen, I have this great idea. We can't get these great vets to see the doctors. It's taken, like 10 days was good. But some of them were ill, but not terribly ill. It took them so long they would literally become terminally ill. It took them weeks and weeks to see a doctor. So I went to my people and I said, what an idea this is. They said, actually, sir, we've been trying to get that idea passed for 44 years. I'm good at getting things passed. We signed it 3 months ago. And the landmark VA accountability law to ensure anyone who mistreats our great veterans can be held accountable. In other words, they're immediately fired. Not easy to get. I've been trying that one for about 46 years. We got that one passed, too. You think that was easy getting that by... I know you have a lot of union guys here, but you think that was easy getting that by the unions? Do you think that was easy getting that passed by civil service? Not too easy. We got it passed. Somebody does something bad to our veterans, we fire them on the spot. And we secured $716 billion to fully rebuild the American military. And we gave our great warriors their largest pay raise in almost a decade. At my direction, the Pentagon is now working to create the 6th branch of the American Armed Forces, the Space Force. It's where it's at. That's where it's going. We want to always be the best. I withdrew the United States from the horror